What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to another episode of the Be More Nerdy podcast. To be specific, this is episode 82. In today's topic, we are going to be talking about what power system we would want to bring into the real world. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, and with me today is Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummies, I'm over here crying for, no reason.
It's because she's a bitch.
No, I am not. Thank you.
Oh, me and Joy were talking about that, who we think's gonna cry the most at our wedding?
I'm not crying.
You're gonna cry like a pussy, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm not crying at the wedding.
That's gonna cry.
Definitely not happening.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry.
I'm going out like a Jew.
You're gonna laugh when I walk out. You're gonna cry when Joy walks out. Cause when we saying our vows and shit and saying all that gay shit, that's when you gonna cry.
I'm not crying for the gay shit. I may cry during my speech, but that's it. I'm not crying.
Then you're gonna cry, bro. You're gonna cry. I'm calling it.
I'm not crying.
But then she said, "Who do you think is gonna cry more, her friend Jonette or you?" And I was like,
Jonette.
I said you. Apparently, Jonette cried when she got the invitation because she was like, "It's so real," and she was ugly crying. I'm like, "Ooh."
Oh, that's who ugly cried. No, that's crazy. See, y'all see how he tried to play me? You really, really trying to play me. I'm not crying at all. But when we come back on the podcast and talk about how I didn't cry, y'all gonna be flabbergasted.
And then I'm gonna have a highlight reel of all the times I caught you crying. I'm gonna make it a game. Everybody have your phones out and catch her crying from every angle.
Just shot. Everybody take a shot for every time we caught Benson crying.
Oh yeah, we're not making it out.
Crying.
That being.
Oh, Greg, look what I got.
What did you get? I don't know what that is. The fuck? Is that the hanger thing you were talking about?
Yes, I think you.
I thought that was gonna be the base to a Disney butt plug. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, this is getting weird, and I pray that it's not what I think it is. And I'm glad God listened to me on that one. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Why would I show you that?
I don't know. You're weird like that. You're weird like that. You're like, yo, check out this massive Big Blue Cock 3000. It flies, bro. It's crazy. That's the type of shit you do.
No. And it's cool. I can't wait.
The simple things in life. Now you can add that to your list because we did that episode, and you can add that to your list. Ear holders.
Ear holders.
The simple things in life, right? So going into the episode, let's talk. Today's topic is gonna be. I already said that. What am I fucking doing? How was your week?
Yeah, we're good. Pretty crazy actually. There's a lot of drama that I can't really speak about, but shit is wild over her. Also, my fiance got a car, so congratulations to them. Super proud. That took all day, and that was a drama-filled thing because their mom was saying some really rude comments, basically flat out called them fat, and I was just like, wow, we're doing this? Let's not do that in public.
My question is, what does being fat have to do with buying a car?
So we were waiting. So I don't know if you've ever. Well, I mean, you've bought a car before, but
I've bought 2 cars. Thank you very much. What the fuck?
I don't know if people ever bought a car, but when you're willing and dealing, they're like, "Oh, let me go to the back and see if we can do that." They walk away and they come back, and then they walk away and they come back. So we're in the middle of that part, and they came and sat on my lap, and their mom goes, "Oh." Their mom definitely still identifies them as a she, so that's the other thing. That's still a problem. Oh, she's gonna break your legs, Benta, because she's so fat. Yep.
See, I couldn't be in that situation because I'm a smart ass, and I say she'll probably break my face first.
So I just had to So then, of course, they immediately got off my lap because then they were feeling uncomfortable. So I was like, "Hey, let's go for a walk, just me and you." And I let them give me head in the bath.
What?
Made them feel better.
And you thought my statement before was outlandish? Bro, what? That is not where I thought that was going. I thought you go. We took a walk outside. I gave her a hug, told her, "Hey, babe, I love you just the way you are." And I love you too. Yay! Nope. I put my pussy in her mouth. That's where that went. The fuck? Oh my goodness. I can never think I'm gonna have a serene moment with you. What the fuck?
And they felt better, so yay!
Yay!
Oh, someone's calling me. So that made them feel better, and they got the car. It's really cute. It's teal. It's a Jeep Renegade, and I like riding in it. We all know I hate to be like, oh, I don't care, but it's not my car. I just got to ride in it, and it ride real smooth, so that's all that matters.
Ew. There was seeds from the lemonade in there.
Then there was like some drama that I've been dealing with, and work is cool. I'm trying to think what else happened this week. Oh, I got a lot of stuff. Okay, so Wednesday I rode Tron. Real to come like tomorrow because I'm gonna work on that tonight. It's cool. Should I do a Tron review? I'll do a Tron review when we get to the news. So that means I went to Disney, and if I went to Disney, you know what that means? I bought new ears.
This is why you never have money.
No, babe paid for them.
This is why y'all never have money. The statement doesn't really change, honestly.
These are my new ears. They're super cute. There's really nothing on the back. Like, the back is plain. But I thought the bow is super cool. And then these little, like, poofy Mickeys and polka dot things. These are my new ones. These are ears number 20.
They have numbers now?
No, I have 20 ears now.
Oh, I thought they had corresponding numbers for, like, collectors and shit,
No.
So.
If they did, oh my God, I would lose my shit. Then I'd really be broke. And then I came home and I had a new charm for my Pandora bracelet from Bay. So I got a new charm on my bracelet, which was nice. And that was basically my week. Oh, and then I hosted Taco Tuesday at my house, and that was fun. One of my coworkers from my previous job quit.
Did Chris get her car on Tuesday as well?
No, Saturday.
Damn, that was a Taco Tuesday joke just waiting to happen.
Sorry. So like my coworkers came, they're not my coworkers anymore. They're my friends. My friends came.
There you go. Because you hang out with them outside of work.
I do hang out with them outside of work. We're actually going to Boxley Park tomorrow, the place that we went when you guys came down.
Mm-hmm. Food's pretty good there.
Rolls. Yeah, getting lobster rolls.
There you go.
So we were celebrating one of them quitting from the hellhole we used to work at.
Which one? Is the one I know?
Yes.
Let's go.
You know both of them, Joe and Bex, right?
I didn't know which one it might be, but
So yeah, I mean, it would be really hard to figure out who they are if you really listen to the. Joe already quit, and then Bex just quit.
Nice.
And in 1 month, 7 people left the Orlando office.
That actually shows, like, y'all gotta have an internal meeting, like, all right, what the fuck are we doing to make these niggas want to leave? Because, like, it's getting wild here, and, like, we getting tight.
No, so there's, like, a lot of drama that surrounded, like, her leaving, which is crazy, but, like, so, because she was number 7 and so many people had left, so the big boss was down there today, like, from Atlanta. The big boss is there. Ooh. Yeah. And apparently her new project manager was mad about her leaving and was basically like to one of the principals, like, well, can we just make her last day sooner, like Joe and April? Now, what he doesn't know is Joe picked an early date. Joe was like, I'm out of here on Friday. Like, it's Wednesday, Friday my last day. And the girl, April, her last day was supposed to be the following week. And then she was just like, y'all know what? Y'all doing too much. My last day it was like a Wednesday again. She's like, my last day will be Friday. Not the following Friday, this coming Friday. Because y'all doing too much. And so he thought that the higher ups let them leave early. But they left early on, like, of their own volition. And he was like, you have a deadline in 2 weeks. You can't afford for her. Really, you can't afford for her to leave. But you definitely can't afford for her to leave early. So I was just like, y'all can all suck it. We all out of there and free and making lots more monies. So, yeah, we're all free. And like even one of the principals that I'm close with, like we text now, and I think he's leaving soon too. So
that company about to go under.
No, like they're trying to save the Orlando office from going under, but it's the regional director's fault. Like he just kept saying yes to projects because he wanted to make the office look good and make it seem like they had a lot of money coming in with no people to do them, without training people to do them, without checking people's work. So stuff was just going out and it was wrong, and in his philosophy, make it look right. But if it looks right and it is wrong and you try to build it, guess what? It's still wrong.
That's why we have these things called constructability reviews, where we take what you guys do, we make sure it can be done in real life, and then we send you these wonderful things called what?
Red line?
RFIs. Red lines come at the end.
Oh, okay.
We send you these wonderful things called RFIs because we say, hey, boss, 1 + 1 is equaling 8 right now, and I need it to equal 2. So,
like, it happened, and, like, there's a rumor, we heard from another coworker who left, but he left about a year ago, that nobody in Orlando wants to work with the office, like, the Orlando office. Like, they don't mind working with the company, but they don't want to be, like, they don't want anybody from the local office. So it's bad. And I was like, I'm happy I got the fuck out of there.
Utah is so much personal drama. I just want you to know that. I mean, you don't work there anymore, so of course you're free to do so. But like, damn,
I ain't about to talk about my new job like that.
My
new job's great. I'm having a wonderful time.
No complaints yet. I mean, I'm just enjoying it.
Yeah, no. I mean, no complaints yet. It's actually like, it's very well organized. Like, people aren't consistently working. Like, it was really funny. Rebecca was talking about her exit talk with the director, and he basically was like, yeah, I'm just having a hard time reaching these young architects and getting them to want to put in the extra hours. And I was like, because you think that extra hours are required. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think a lot of older people, because like the
not
industry,
older, he's only 33.
Oh, he has an older mentality then, because like
he does.
Older individuals tend to think that the environment we work in is a very, I would say, a toxic work environment. In the case of a lot of people tend to have that idea of, oh, you're leaving at 8 hours exactly, part-timer or some shit like that. A lot of the time, that's like the view these people have. And if you want to put in the extra hours in a job you're not getting paid for it, that's because you like it. You have to make it a place that I like and want to dedicate my time to. If you... Oh, that's the wonderful thing about doing this through Discord. I have all the power. So, in making it a place I want to work, I would want to do these things. I would want to stay late. But in a place where I usually am not getting paid more, or the pay isn't worth it to me, like, my time is worth more than anything at this job, to be honest. And I can go get a new one at the end of the day. So when you have these environments where it's like, oh, you need to be putting in extra hours, I don't need to do anything outside of my job requirements. Let's be honest here. Because at the end of the day, you're going to pay me for those requirements. Like, I'm salary. So at the end of the day, no matter what, if I'm only performing my task, that's what I'm getting paid for. If I perform above and beyond, I'm still only getting paid for performing those tasks. I can get recognition on the back end. That's great. But if I'm spending 12 hours every day, every week, that's an extra 10 hours in their pocket for free. Nah. Because they ain't going to be like, oh, yeah, let's give you all that money back at the end of the year. They're going to say some shit like, let's give you one small check of $1,500 and pat you on the back and say, thank you so much. The math on that ain't math. And there's such a huge loss there in terms of time of what you can do for yourself that it's fucked up.
And that's the crazy thing. So, like, in my profession, As you all know, I am an architect. So like in my profession, you have to take a test to like you take a test to become an architect. So you have to study for it. It's 6 tests you have to pass. I need time to study for those tests. And like right now I'm studying and I'm basically like I'm back in school. Like I'm studying like 4 or 5 hours every night. It's a part-time job.
I don't know why, because you've been studying for this test for 4 or 5 hours a night for the past 3 years.
But like I will be honest, I haven't been consistent with it. Like I'll start studying and for like 2 weeks I'll be great. Like I'll studying, hitting all my benchmarks, and then like I fall off because something happens, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going back to it. But I'll go back to it like 3 months later and I do it again. So this time I really have been studying and it sucks and I hate it. But I've been doing really, really good on my practice tests. So
But if you just take the test, then you don't have to study anymore.
I know that's the idea, and I want to be licensed before my birthday. Like I want that to be my birthday gift to myself.
I hope so. Because if not, when I see you at Dream Con, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Nope, I will be licensed by Dream Con. Well, I'll be done my tests. I may need a few more hours doing CA because it's just something I haven't been able to get hours doing yet. So, but I've been working construction administration. So
I knew it.
Answering your RFIs.
You know, man, you better lie. Say you spent so much time finding the answer. I don't fucking know. It takes you like 5 minutes and you know it.
Sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes we need to make you guys details, or we actually do have to go search for the answer. Or sometimes the RFI, like all the RFIs go to the architect, but they're not all ours. Like some of them go to the engineers and then we send it back to you. But I've been working with my new firm to make sure that I can get some experience. So like for the next couple sites, one of the clients wants us to come do a site visit to their sites once a month, but we have like 30 projects for them in construction. So I've just been trying to coordinate how many, like going to a lot of those site visits to get my hours.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get done. So I think that'll be the last thing. So I think I may not be licensed until the end of the summer, like be able to submit for licensure until the end of the summer. But I'll be able to, but I'll be done my test by my birthday.
I can hear all of Chris's conversation.
I know everybody in my house is talking because everybody in my house is out of their rooms today, which is crazy because no one ever comes out of their fucking rooms.
I'm gonna mute you until you have something, or mute yourself until you have something to say. There we go. That's better.
What was I talking about?
Getting your CA hours. Oh my goodness, you have the memory of a goldfish, buddy.
Before my light went out, we were talking about something.
Work hours, work-life balance.
Right. So yeah, so I haven't been able to study for my test and get the hours I need because now everybody's so we should get.
The fuck? So sudden.
I haven't been able to study for my test because I was working like 60-hour weeks. Like, and you guys have heard me complain about it on the podcast before and heard Greg fuss at me for it. Now I actually have some type of work-life balance. I can actually study and actually prepare for the podcast most days. Not this time, but that's because of the drama that I cannot speak of that Greg knows about. So.
Yep. Well.
Yeah. How was your week?
It's been pretty slow. Like today feels like a Friday to me because of all that's been going down. It's been a little stressful with security issues at my job, but hopefully we'll figure those out. A lot of the work I do at this point, I'm pretty sure is somewhat classified to a certain degree, so I can't talk about it. However, we did start getting rolling on my project, and it's looking pretty good in terms of project trajectory. Knock on wood that it keeps going that way, and if everything goes well, we will do well. I was talking to my lead super on site today, and he was like, yeah, it looks like we might finish a little earlier than expected and be the heroes. He was like, and he laughed, like, if you think you're ever gonna finish early and be the hero, you haven't been a super long enough, because the shit's gonna hit the fan eventually with something. I'm like, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Honestly, it always does. It always does, and I'm like, I get that. It makes sense to me. But everything's been all right so far. Not much going on with work. I've been trying to start playing games more and get back into a streaming schedule and get back into a schedule of just everything. And I think I just need to start packing a gym bag so I can just change and work out right after work because I don't know what's going on. I just haven't been working out like I need to. And I'm kind of getting sick of it, but not sick of it enough to actually just go do something. So I'm at that medium point of like, I need to do this, I want to do this, but I don't want to do it enough. So I don't know. After I wash clothes, I'm gonna start packing it.
We're in the same spot because like I've gained some weight and like I've recently started feeling fat and like not liking it, but not enough for me to go to the gym.
Like my large shirts, they getting a little snug, but not snug enough to where it's like, oh, you look fat. It's like I used to have like movement like this shirt. This is a large shirt, but I've had this for years, so it's like kind of stretched. But it's like it had hella movement, you know. It's got a lot of gut movement, but now getting a little tight around the tummy and not
That's
how I like it.
I was like, I'm a little uncomfortable, but I'm not uncomfortable enough that the gym is gonna make a difference.
Yeah. So.
But I did talk to Chris about a gym schedule, and I'm gonna go Friday through Monday because I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna go in the middle of the week because.
Oh, okay, all weekend. I was like, what the? You mean Monday through Friday, nigga?
No. The weekend. So go Friday mornings before work because I typically or after work because I get off early.
You get off early. I would say go after. That would be a lot better. It's still gonna be empty. People don't really go to the gym on Fridays.
Right. So Fridays and then Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, because we don't really do anything on those mornings or even evenings if we decide not to go out. And then Monday mornings, because I know like I'm not a morning person and I get tired and like I'm exhausted today and I know I'm not going to study tonight and I'm just going to chuck it up to the game and study when I get off of work tomorrow. But
no,
like
I feel that vibe.
In the middle of the week is when I really feel it. So I'm like, I'm not going to like, I don't want to put an expectation on myself that I know I'm not going to be able to achieve.
Exactly.
But like on the weekends, I was like, on the weekend, I can get up early and go to the gym and I can come home and take a nap. And who cares? So that's what I'm going to try to do.
No, and I vibe with that because like you should always set expectations that you can meet or beat. Like somewhat relatively realistic. And to say like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym every day for the next 6 weeks is insane because you're probably not.
No, you're not.
But,
no, you're not.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing at this point.
And that's the thing, like you work up to that. Like
right.
I go to the gym. Like even with studying, I was like, oh, I'm going to do, I think like I was breaking down the videos. I was like, I'm going to do 90 videos a day. And I was like, no, you're not. I cut it down. Exactly. I wrote it down though. I was like 90 videos a day. You can do it. And then I cut it down to like starting with 20 videos a day. So like this week was just 20 videos on my study days. And I was like, okay, this feels like light. Like I'm not studying enough. And then it gave me a chance to gauge it. And so then I did a few days. So like next week I'm going to try 40 videos and see if that feels like more manageable and just figuring out what is manageable for me to study in a night and actually be able to retain information. Because like I could watch 90 videos, but definitely the last 20, I ain't gonna know what they was talking about.
Right.
So I'm still figuring out my study schedule, but I have like condensed it down to like it's like 2 months of like just hardcore studying and basically feeling like I'm in school and then passing my tests.
School's icky. But yeah, so I haven't had a really eventful week. I've been trying to get back into playing the game a little bit more, like on stream, because I haven't done it in almost a month as of the other day, and I streamed Monday. But it was kind of like that conversation with Joy. She was like, you are great when it comes to networking at your job, meeting people, doing all these things, getting a promotion in 2 years. She's like, you work at your job. You be talking. But when it comes to all your like social stuff, you need to get out more. Like you need to either go to more social functions, email more people, something. And I'm like, I agree, I do. But it's easier when you have to go to work and you're there for 8 hours and you just make the most of those 8 hours. Versus like after work, you're tired, you still got a whole bunch of things to do, you want to do all this other shit, or you need to do all this other shit. And it's like, well, I still have to make time to talk to these people. Like I'm still trying to figure out a time to where I can like edit YouTube or TikToks and shit like that, and then like an hour every day where I can just text and email creators. That's it. Like be on socials for an hour where I'm just sending out like I'm working that hour. I'm like, hey, yeah, this commenting back and forth. Like that's my active hour. Like
I still haven't figured it out. Like, I was supposed to make a reel for every set of ears that I have, and like just outfits I wore with them, when I got them, where I got them, what they are, whatever. Still haven't done not one of them yet. I've been saying I'm gonna do it for 2 weeks, and I still haven't found. I just haven't had time to do it. I'm trying to figure out where it falls in my schedule, and I haven't figured it out. But I will say stuff like emailing creators and stuff. Like, I've been doing like our podcast, financial research, helping Chris with finding ring research, doing all my bachelorette party like stuff on my lunch hour. Like, I literally just sit because I already like to do it at my desk anyway. So while I'm eating at lunch, and I'm like, yes, it sucks to take a lunch because I could leave an hour earlier. But if I'm going to be productive with this, like, I've been productive with those hours. So I don't feel as bad when I'm leaving work at like 5 instead of 4. Because I'm like, I'm killing it. Like, I'm getting stuff done for the pod. I'm getting stuff done for this. So like, maybe you can use your lunch hour for messaging people.
So I can't because of my toxic work culture. I.e., if I'm eating lunch, someone comes in and, hey, can you handle this for me? I got a quick question. Or, hey, I need you on site. I can't do that. I am the only person, because whenever I send my coworker to do it, something usually gets done. I'm not gonna say incorrectly, but something gets done not the way I want or not the way it was supposed to. Or there's like confusion between the directions. This happened a couple times, and it's like on different sites for me. So it's like I'd rather just be able to lead the people I need to lead and let that be it. Now, when you're out of sight, you're out of mind, and I can't always do that, especially in this new place, because the entire day I'm in a room that I can't have a phone. I can't have any electronics. Period. Point blank.
Really?
It's a secure room. I cannot have anything in there.
Oh,
so when I'm on lunch, I'm catching up on my paperwork and emails for the day already.
Okay.
That's my current situation, though. That's not going to be like that forever. But that's what I used to do on my other site. Like, when I had downtime, I'd write for the pod. I'd look up stuff. I'd do all that on my lunch. And then I started eating lunch with Tiff. And that was, like, us just chilling in her car, in my car. And we'd, like, talk hella shit because we hated our job. So. But I don't have that anymore. Like, I remember I wrote 12 pages one weekend while I was at work. Man, that was a super productive day. Because I was at work for the weekend. I was like, I'm going to fucking get something done. For the 8 hours I was at work, I was writing.
And when you used to work nights, you used to be really productive.
Hell yeah. I had nothing to do. So, like, if I wasn't watching some Netflix or, like, playing some games, like, I was just doing podcast stuff. I was doing mad research. I was scheduling these niggas to come by for to hop on a Discord call for like a monthly meeting and shit. Had meeting minutes, everything. I was ready.
Yeah, when you worked nights, you were your I hate to say it like that, but you were your best, Greg.
I know, and I miss it. Bro, that was the best me ever. I would do all that. I would go to the gym in the morning when I would wake up. I would go to sleep at 5, wake up at 12, right? First thing I'd do, call Joy, talk to her for an hour as I woke up, get the lead out of my system. I talk to her while I'm waking up, making breakfast, and taking a shower. By that time, her lunch is over. I've eaten. I go to the gym for an hour. I run a mile, lift some weights. Done, right? It is now about 2 o'clock. I'm eating a second meal because I'm usually pretty hungry. And then I chilled out for the rest of the day until about 5 o'clock when I had to go to the gym go to work because it took an hour to get there. But when I got to work, I was the only one there. I had minimum work to do. I get all my work done in about 2 hours. And then after that, I just do podcast stuff or chill out. Like the whole time.
Yeah, you be killing the game then. I kind of miss it. I hate to say it like that because I know Joy would hate me saying it. But
should I miss it too? Life was simple. I was home every other weekend.
Jordan hated it. I'm going to let you know that right now. But it did bring me and Jordan much, much closer. Me and Jordan got really close while you moved away.
Mm-hmm. I got to do romantic shit. Like, that was the best for me. Me, personally, I was winning. Bro, it was Valentine's Day. She's like, you're not coming home this weekend? I was like, no. Because I think they said it was supposed to be like a snowstorm or some shit in Pennsylvania. And I had to work that Friday night into Saturday. So it was like, I'm not going to come home that weekend because it would technically be dangerous for me. Right. And it literally was ice. So it was ice everywhere. But I came that Tuesday of Valentine's Day. And I came. I didn't tell I was coming. She didn't know I was coming. Dean didn't bark. I set everything up. And I came in and woke her up. She's like, oh, "You're here!" And she was so happy. We spent the day together. I think we went out to eat, did cute shit, and then she had
That's
stuff
so
for me.
great.
She bought me a. That's when she bought me my my Xbox Series S and shit, and it was like great day. And then I left, and then I came back like a week. I didn't come back that weekend. I came back the next weekend. So, like,
You're so gay.
I got to do cute shit like that, and she was like, "Aren't you tired?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be fine though." So like, I took a quick 3-hour nap, spent the day with her, and then went to sleep. And then since I didn't have to be at work until 6, I didn't have to leave the house until about 3 p.m. because it's a 3-hour drive. So I was like, I'll just leave at 3 p.m. tomorrow and go to work. So that's all it is.
Oh, I'm looking for a fidget.
Fidget cube.
Yeah, for like, especially when we're potting. Yeah, I see you have one. I'm jealous. I need for when we're potting, and I need one for like at work and when I'm in meetings, because I tend to like look away from the screen.
I think you should get a Rubik's cube.
I don't like Rubik's cubes because I don't like it when the colors aren't all together. It like
That's the point
like,
of the Rubik's cube.
It gives me anxiety, and I don't know how to solve them. And
Look
so,
it
like,
up.
It just
There's like 13 different ways to solve it.
I haven't. I had a Rubik's cube at my old desk, and like I literally would just go like turn it once, turn it back, turn it once, turn it back. That wasn't enough. Like I really wanted to fidget with it, but I was too scared.
That's hilarious.
So,
that's hilarious.
So
I've never heard of a Rubik's cube giving someone anxiety. I'm gonna throw a Rubik's cube at a person with OCD.
That's a weapon.
They're gonna be stuck. I promise you.
Oh, it really used to just, it gave me anxiety because I'd be like, I really wanted to play with it, but like I
don't
couldn't.
play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Don't play with it.
But yeah, that was my week in a nutshell. I was supposed to raid the other night on Destiny 2. Destiny 2 Lightfall came out about a week and a half ago. I think I reported on that. It's been good so far. I've been doing the story solo dolo, but there's a mission that's kind of got me stuck, and I think I need some help on it. But yeah, I was supposed to raid.
Let me help you.
You don't know how to play video games. You don't have any hand-eye coordination, so.
So is that a yes?
If you learn how to play the game, sure. You know, I would gladly share what I have. It's called Game Pass. It allows me to play tons of games for free. I would share that with you if you had an Xbox and play games. I would, but you don't. So I can't.
When would I have time to do any of those things?
You find time for the things you love. I don't know. But you be going out, so you like going out to Disney. And the time that you spend, the hours at Disney, that's when I play my games, so.
That's fair. I really did. I took a lot of videos of Tron though, so like I'm really going to make this actually by I mean Chris is really going to make this real tonight.
Okay.
You can hear me. I said it loud.
Well. Yeah. But yeah, now it's the end of the week. It's Carly's birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Carly.
Yay! Happy birthday.
And we're going to eat and see a movie.
Yeah, 65.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to have a little sister?
I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't think I feel how you feel about Jordan. Let's say that. I do love Carly. Like, she's great. She's wonderful. But I wish I had like, a little sister. Carly's like a little sister that I would want. Like, I didn't have to go through all the formative bad years. Like, I just got the teenager. That's great. Teenage girls are great to me. I love that's a crazy sentence. I like the personality of teenage girls. That
are they really mature for their age?
No, they're just really funny and savage. Like, they say anything. That's what I like. And it's really funny. Because, like, Carly will just say anything, and so will Tala. And it's fucking hilarious.
Tala's my favorite teenager. By far. She's my
favorite. They're so animated. That's the word I'll use. They're so animated. I love it. And it's not hard to rile them up. Like, it's really easy.
No, I love having a little sister. I wish you were a girl.
I bet. No, I don't. My name would be Gabri G'day.
Gabri G'day.
I'm glad I'm a guy. Gregory beats Gabri G'day any day. Any fucking day.
I already know my speech for the wedding.
Does it involve Gabri G'day?
It just involves me thinking that you were a girl and mommy swearing up and down that she told me you were a boy. And I was like, no, I was convinced. I was getting a little sister. I was at my grandmother's house patiently awaiting
Maybe
her
you
arrival.
did. Don't assume my gender.
And she didn't come. They brought home a boy, and I just knew they had the wrong baby.
No, I just got a really
And then
big clit. They ain't tell you?
and then I had to wait 20 years, but then I got a sister.
What if I was gay? Damn, then you'd never get a sister. You just get a bro.
If you were gay, I'd be pissed.
Wait, wouldn't you love gay guys?
No, because you wouldn't be a bottom, so I still wouldn't have a sister. You would very much be a top.
So then you'd have a sister then, I guess. No, I guess bottoms can still be manly-esque.
Would you date a manly bottom or like a femme bottom?
I think I'd want to date like a burly dude, cause like the domination type
you
factor.
You just don't want me to have a sister.
Like
you don't love me.
Like I don't know, like the super, I guess, the girlier type of femboys. I don't know. It's like thinking about it, like that's not my type. I want someone that's like, damn, you could probably whoop my ass.
Oh, you're gonna be that.
Yeah. Like, use your man voice on me. Hey, yo, stop playing with me. Shit, nigga, I'm about to play with your ass. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Why is that so funny?
Probably 6'2", so I gotta look at him. Come here, nigga.
Not come here.
That'd be funny.
Oh, wow.
This just goes out. I don't like men, so please no unsolicited dick pics.
Someone's gonna cut it because you ain't say that fast enough.
It's fine. It's fine. People think I'm gay. Oh, did I tell you the story about like how someone in high school they were like, "Oh, you're Greg." I'm like, "Yeah." Like one of my friends introduced me to like, "Oh, you're Greg." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, I've seen you before." I always thought you were bi. I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then I was like, they were like, "Yeah, yeah. You just look bi." I'm like, I'm in a uniform and khakis, bro. What did I give off? I didn't wear anything special. I wasn't one of those dudes. I did wear a lot of like wristbands, but I didn't wear like I wore I Heart Boobies, fucking swimming the wristbands, like the plastic wristbands. I had that, but that's it. Like other than that, I was a standard student. I didn't ever button my shirt, so I always had a t-shirt or an undershirt and kept my shirt completely unbuttoned. Sometimes I just wouldn't wear it and I'd have it with me. And then they say, put on a shirt. And I just, done. And khaki pants and like standard shoes, like Converses, Vans. I didn't really wear my nice shoes to school. So it was like, how am I giving, I didn't even have this hair. How was I giving off that vibe? What was happening here? Huh?
I bet you had the low cut back then.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, what? And they're like, I don't know. You just seem like you fucking dude. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Well, it's okay. Not when I came out, but like, you know, like when you, you wouldn't know this. Like when you get like, I wasn't ugly in high school. Never was ugly. Don't get this wrong. But like I wasn't as thick as I was, like as I am now. So like, when everybody from high school realized, oh, Bits are thick. By that point, I was in a relationship, and I was in a relationship with a female. And it was like, I didn't know you was gay. You don't look gay. And I was like, what does that look like?
It's like that TikTok. Hold on, let me just. No, I always thought you were gay growing up, or to some degree that you'd fuck a chick. That was apparent. That was very apparent. You know how they say like.
Do I look gay now?
Let me just Yeah, you look really gay, actually. Yeah. But my thing is, it's like, no matter, when we were growing up, I always thought, like, you always struck me as someone that would fuck a chick. Just by how you acted with your female friends. It was a little too intimate.
So, funny that you say that. My godmother, when I came out to her, was like, yeah, I've known since you were in middle school. I was like, and you didn't tell me?
I can't tell you what you are, bro. Like, that's not how this works.
She was like, I figured you'd tell me when you were ready. I was like, I didn't really, like, I always thought, I didn't think girls were cute. I don't know if I thought girls
That's
were
a lie.
cute in high school.
You know how many times you told me you fucked Nicki Minaj in high school?
But that's Nicki Minaj. That's like, that was Nicki Minaj in high school.
I wasn't going around high school saying I'd fuck male actors. I just want you to know that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Like my freshman year of college where I was like, well, my senior year of high school, I was like, when I go to college, I'm gonna fuck a bitch. I was like, it's gonna happen. It'll be cool. I'm like, it'll probably be like porn. It was like, it's gonna be very porn-like. It's gonna be like my roommate. We're not gonna have nowhere to go.
Was it?
It didn't happen that way, by the way. I never fucked my roommate.
I just wanted to know. I knew all your roommates, and I was gonna look at them like
wrong twin is what it was what she would tell me.
That's funny. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a real good
one. But no, I knew like senior year of high school, but in 2011, 2012, like it was kind of okay to be gay, but like at my high school, it was only really okay to be gay.
2008. 2008/2012, Obama's second run through. Man, people were coming out the woodwork with the I'm bi.
But it wasn't like, not at my high school. It wasn't like, it was really only okay. Yes, like my senior year, like people came out as gay, or like you kind of knew, but they were always the more, at least for female, at least like the females, it was always the more masculine females. Like it was always like the studs, where everybody was like, yeah. So like a lot of the femmes, you didn't hear that they were gay or didn't come out until we were all in college.
Right after you left, so 2013, because I think 2012 when that bill got passed. But in 2013, right after the legalizing gay marriage bill came out, 80% of the females I knew were then classifying themselves as bisexual.
And that was the other thing. I knew that was the other thing. I knew I was bi, and I had a lot of gay friends. And like they were always really weird about bi people. They were always like, oh, I hate bis because, especially in the lesbian community, I hate bis. They're cheaters. They always fuck niggas. They're gonna cheat on you with a dude. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They just here to visit. They just playing around. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not just playing around. I'm greedy, damn it. That's really the honest to God
Technically,
truth.
aren't you pansexual?
I don't know. I guess the way you define pansexual and bisexual, maybe.
I think you date someone who had a dick and titties.
I still feel like I'm bisexual, so I don't know if that makes me pansexual.
Feelings are always validated, so you know. You can't argue feelings. You can argue fact.
Yeah. So
you can only discuss feelings. I've learned that.
Yeah, yes. You can discuss feelings. You cannot argue them because everyone's feelings are valid.
Gay.
That is gay.
Opinions can be wrong, and yours is just that.
There it is. Toxic masculinity on the mic.
That's not toxic masculinity. That's just toxic humanism. Yeah, let's go with that.
Toxic humanism?
Yeah, I'm a toxic human.
I'm a toxic human. But yeah, so like I didn't always like, I kind of knew, but then I didn't always know how to define it. And then when I did figure out what my definers are, it was hard, like not hard, but it was a little difficult to like come out about it, because it's like a lot of people don't like the bis. I don't know what girl claimed they was bi and broke y'all heart, but she ain't me. I've never cheated on any female that I've been with.
Have you never cheated, or have you never cheated like Big Sean? Because Big Sean said, and I'll quote,
no.
And I never cheated. All right, maybe once or twice, but one time don't change everything. She asked me if I feel the same. I'm still the same. She's still insane, no. And now she's saying, when you said it was over, you shot right through my heart. Why you let these hoes tear what we had right apart?
Ooh, I was so mad. No, I have
I need to
never
get that
cheated
song.
on any female I've ever been with. Now, have I fucked a lot of females? Have I had a lot of females on my roster? All of those things are actual factuals. But I was honest with all of them.
Slut, 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 slut.
Don't slut. You can't slut shame me.
I can actually. My definition of a slut is very clearly defined, and I think you meet the criteria.
Again, you can't shame me.
I can absolutely shame you. Doesn't mean the shaming will be effective.
Mm-hmm.
Shame, 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 shame.
Yeah, like, and all the females that I've ever been with, I've been honest with and forthcoming.
And that's the most important thing.
Now, you know, if they mad, that's on them. I never cheated on them, none of them. I never did any of them wrong.
That second one.
Okay,
That second one. That second one.
I take that one back.
Wait a minute.
I take that one back. I just thought of it.
I was with you till you hit that second one. That second one was like, wait a minute. You sure about that?
I may have done something wrong.
I have done some people seriously dirty. I apologize. I am a better person now, I promise.
Yeah. What's on the news topics for today that you didn't send me, so I couldn't prepare, so I can't be as impressive as last pod?
Ooh, they're very simple. All right, let's get right into the news. So with the news topics, so this is an oldie but a new one that just got released out of nowhere. The anime and gaming community went nuts. You won't know what this is until I tell you what it is. And then you'll be like, oh, I remember that. So they just announced that they will be making Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4. Oh, never mind. You remember?
No. I already know about this. Like, the anime community went insane. Like, people are in tears right now.
Oh, yeah, because we had the first one, if you don't remember, on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And there was one stupid hard mission. One mission that I had to get TJ to do for me. It was the mission in the Sand Saga at the beginning. When Raditz comes and they're trying to charge the special beam cannon, you have to spin the controller each direction, because you're trying to hold them, and it starts to move, and then it gets harder and harder, and if you miss, you fuck it up. Bruh, I failed that mission so many times I wanted to cry. I was pissed. And some people are making memes about it. People are like, you can't pay to win in this shit. You know, y'all kids don't have the hand-eye coordination. Y'all ain't built for this rotation. Y'all gonna lose so many beam battles, you're gonna be pissed. I'm like, yeah. So everyone's excited because they're like, this is, and the stuff I've been hearing about is people like, this is a game that has to be released 100%. The DLC comes with characters that you wouldn't expect, or characters that, aren't canon or whatever the fuck, or are from maybe later in Super or whatever. But all the characters we've seen up until now, they have to be available day one for this game to be able to succeed the way it needs to. And I agree. This game is one of those things that can't be you can pay to get this character. Oh, you can do this to do this. Nope. Make it straight up a skill-based thing. Make it just how it used to be. Because that game...
Yeah, because that's what everybody wants.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants. Everyone still looks at Budokai Tenkaichi 3 as one of the best Dragon Ball Z games ever. Period, point blank. They just have to follow the same fucking formula. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you gotta do.
One thing I can't do your little shooty games, but one thing I can do is if I need to fight somebody, these hands, trust me, they got it. My fingers work. Pow, pow. Pow, pow.
Pow, that's disgusting. Pow, pow is more of a gun thing, not a pussy blasting thing. Whatever. But yeah, feel free to get your ass whooped by me at any time. I'm super excited about this game. You already know who I'm using. I'm using Teen Gohan, Cell Saga in specific. Team
Gohan, but Gohan. Look, I'm just upset about how they keep playing my man. They've played my mans for years.
Did you see the new movie when he got an upgrade?
I heard he got his upgrade, but it's kind of fucking. It's fucking finally. That's how it feels. It doesn't feel like my man got an upgrade. Yes. It's but god damn.
I mean, Piccolo got an upgrade too.
Yes, and Piccolo got one too. But it's
god damn.
How long is y'all gonna leave? How long is y'all gonna leave my mans out here to dry? How many forms does Goku have? Y'all couldn't give his kids
Base,
none? That's
super,
his kids.
2, 3, 4, red, blue, Kaioken, red, blue, Ultra Instinct, Semi-Perfect, Ultra Instinct, 10. Not including Gogeta and Vegito. 12 if you include them. And Kaioken.
We'll call it 11 because those are halves.
Kaioken. 12.
12. But, like, which is crazy because it's like, that's his kid who, if you watched it originally, god damn, Discord is going crazy in my ear right now. If you watched it, like, he was like, you literally had a whole thing where he was like, oh, you don't think you're powerful because you're getting your power off me. No, you're stronger than me. And then y'all were like, nah, retcon that. You can't be stronger than
Well, that's
him.
the thing. The story was supposed to follow Gohan. Gohan was supposed to become the main character. However, they scrapped that.
Can't stop sucking Goku's dick.
Hey, man, it's a powerful dick.
That's all they do. Even Vegeta hasn't won yet.
No, he killed Frieza.
Ooh.
No, wait. No, Goku took that from him. Goku definitely took that from him. He should have beaten Frieza.
Right. He should have, right. They just won't.
But now Frieza's black, so, you know.
He's in blackface. We've talked about this.
I didn't say that he was like a nigga, but yeah. Frieza's still the ultimate racist. This is all it is.
Yeah, he is. For sure.
That being said, that's something I'm super excited for. Something I'm not super excited for that just happened that I'm gonna, you know, shit on some PS5 and PS4 fanboys. Discord just came to PlayStation. So they finally just got an update that allows them to use Discord on their PlayStations and connect just like can for Xbox and how it has been for a few months now. Basically, if you're in party chat, let's say you wanted to join a Discord chat, you joined on your computer or whatever, you can connect the two and just join a Discord chat or a channel via your console. It's basically, they're basically finally bridging the link between console and PC gamers, because now Discord is like the great unifier, if you will, for communication on these all these platforms, and that's how they tend to talk to each other. And there's very low latency. It's usually pretty clear, especially when you're not using video. All this stuff, it's really great. So I mean, shout out to y'all for finally catching up, but y'all company y'all be bitching too much, man. But y'all do got good exclusives. I get that. So that was the second news point. Communication in today's 21st century. Third news point.
Call your mamas.
D&D Beyond had a community update that is allowing people to download the stat sheets of the characters from their new movie that's coming out.
That's cool. I really want to see that D&D movie too. It looks like it's going to be good. When are we starting? It's going to be
fucking hilarious.
When are we starting Dummies and Dragons?
Yes. I'm scared. DMing is very hard, and I feel scared.
Do it.
No, I've done it before, but it's like, it was still a mess. I got better as I progressed, and I'm pretty sure that once I get into it, I'll be in the flow of things. But DMing is so hard for me, because I'd be so nervous to fuck something up, and I want it to be an experience that everyone enjoys, so I'm very scared right now. I have everything I need to start, like, at least 3 to 4 sessions, but, like, I am very scared. I can tell you now, I am very scared.
We need to do it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I just need to email everyone and say, hey, we're going to do this now. Oh, God. I don't know. We'll see when that happens. Hopefully I grow some balls and decide to do it.
You want to hold mine?
No. I have some attached to me. I mean, like, you know, it's a saying. It's a figure of speech. I don't want to hold your metaphorical or physical balls.
It was my metaphorical balls. Can't hold my physical.
I don't want either. If I ever get my hands on your physical balls, I'm going to throw them so Killian chases them like a toy.
You know what? Actually, he does not bother any of the toys. Like, we could leave him out, and he doesn't bother them.
It's because he smells the cooch juice on him.
You know, because you would think his little horny, nasty self would lick it up. Because, like, he'll look from somewhere I was just sitting. He's disgusting. But he doesn't lick the toys.
Your dog is sick.
He is sick. Nasty.
Cut his balls off. This is a crime. What the fuck?
Actually, we might breed him with Chris's coworker.
Yeah,
Has
you
a
should
girl.
say that. The dog, not the coworker.
Coworker's dog. I'm sorry. I thought I said. Is that not what I said?
You said we might breed him with her coworker.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant coworker's
Are they
dog.
white? Because that would make so much more sense too.
I don't know if the coworker. I don't know the coworker. I just know the dog's white.
Do they like each other?
Killian don't care if she like him.
That's something you shouldn't say. But I meant in terms of like, are they friendly towards each other? Because she could try to kill him.
They haven't met. They haven't met. So
well, Killian likes everybody, so.
Yeah, Killian likes everybody, whether they like him or not. Yeah. That's what I mean. Killian don't care. You gonna like him.
In the last news point I have, because I told you there was not much news. Bungie's offering a raid jacket to the first team to complete the raid tomorrow. Root of Dread, I think it's called. Root of something.
All right, you getting a raid jacket?
Oh fuck no! Oh god no!
Well,
so Nevin, he came on the pod once. I don't know if you remember him.
Yes.
I'm actually in a clan with him. I left my old clan because he hit me up like, oh, you play Destiny? I'm like, yeah, I play Destiny, man. I love Destiny. I haven't played in a while because XYZ. And he was like, yeah, well, I started a clan for mainly colored people because I wanted to have a place where we could, connect and game together. And, managing it has been really fun. And I get to play with a lot of dope people, creatives, all that shit. So I think it'd be great. And, like, we could use your help. You say you're pretty good at the game. I am. I'm pretty dope. PvE and PvP. I need to get back in my PvP grind because I haven't figured out the weapons and what's good anymore because it changes every couple seasons. But after I figure that out, I still go positive. So suck my dick. But that being said, I'm still good at raids and PvP. I'll get to this when I talk about power systems later. But yeah, I ended up leaving the clan I was with for years. To join his clan. I'm still cool with most of the guys in there, and if I wanted to, I could play with them, but it was something I wanted to help him get started and help teach the noobs in his clan, like, oh, here's how you do this is an effective way to do this, shit like that. Cool. There's a raid going out tomorrow. In the clan, they're trying to set up a secondary raid team. I don't think I'll be able to join it, because I'll be at Carla's birthday most of the day. I would like to join it. I told them I would like to join. If you guys are still going at 9, 10 o'clock, I'm down. I will join then, but otherwise... I can't.
Count me out.
Yeah, count me out. But I'd like to be a part of a raid team because it's called going blind. So some people, what they do is they'll, because all the biggest streamers are going to stream it, right? And they're in teams with other big streamers who figured out great puzzle solvers, whatever the fuck, right? Because the first time you run a raid, there's no instructions on how to do the encounters. You just fail a lot. And you have to figure out all the mechanics of the encounter. And then you have to kill the bosses within 3 times of doing said mechanic. So let's say there's symbols that pop up everywhere. And so no, let me use the hardest mechanic that we had to figure out was the lock in Riven in Last Wish raid. The locks in that game, so there's 6 people on a raid team, right? 4 of them have to stand on a panel while 2 of them protect them. If these big monsters called knights come and touch the panel, everybody dies. So that's what 2 people have to do, right? And they're going to come out of each of the 4 doorways one at a time. While they're doing that, they're each going to see a symbol. They have to tell what symbol they see, so one of those 2 people can go hit the symbol. Then while they're hitting the symbol, a little notification is going to pop up in the bottom of your screen. It's going to say penumbra or anumbra. That means, and they had to figure out what this means, that means left or right. Whichever one there is only one of, that is the way you're supposed to go. They had to figure that out on the day 1 raid. So you had to get to that point. You had to do all these things. You had to do that. And then after that, you have to run a little orb through all the rooms in the order that the pictures came in. And then slam it. And then that's 1 lock. You have to do that 12 times.
So it sounds like, remember in Sword Art Online, they had the different levels? It sounds like those.
Yes. So a raid is essentially a series of encounters that lead up to a final boss fight, and it's usually in the story. It has something to do with the story. Usually, it's a plot point that goes along with it, but it's a repeatable thing you can do, and it gives you the best rewards in the game. So, like Last Wish, you were trying to figure out why this one place was cursed and all this shit, and you find out it's because someone made a wish to this space dragon, and the space dragon's wish kept recycling and making the world basically reset. and go through death and rebirth, which made it stronger.
Huh.
And it's like, oh, this space dragon's gonna be a fucking problem. I need to kill it. So then you had to kill all of her servants, so all the mini bosses, and basically climb each level. There's usually 6 to 7 encounters per raid. And then you get to the final boss, the big bad that's been overshadowing the story, and you have this big moment and all this shit where you then kill the boss. It's a lot. And the reason that it's so difficult is because it's exhausting. One, like, I think, let me look it up. I can look it up, but raids, like, raid teams that, like, are just going, yeah, it takes hours. Like they used to release them it'd be 2 weeks until they release the raid, so everyone can get to max level and then go into the raid, right? With that being said, it usually takes, I think the shortest raid was 6 hours. 6 hours continuous raiding.
Who? These are people who get paid to do this, right?
Sometimes a lot of people just kind of take off. Yep, I was right. So the longest raid was the Last Wish raid, right? Let me see. Ooh, no, Disciple. So Disciple of the Witness got the newest one. Was the longest raid. Here it is. Yeah, the world's longest one. World's first, even longer. Whatever. It took them 18 hours and 48 minutes.
Excuse me?
From start time at 2 p.m. when it unlocked until the end, it took 18 hours and 48. It was Last Wish. Yeah. So Last Wish was the most technical raid, the most difficult raid thus far. It was also very fun. I will say that. And it took forever for people to figure out because you don't know any of the mechanics. You're literally going through these things, just trying to kind of figure it out. And once you figure it out, so here's what some people do. So the groups that are like the big brains figuring out like, oh no, I think we need to do this, let's try this. And they keep trying and trying and trying and trying. And then they have to figure out the right damage to get. Because like I said, if you don't finish it in 4 tries, you automatically die. It's called wipe mechanic. So that's what happens, right? There are people who just watch their stream for them to succeed. And then once they figure out the mechanic, they're like, all right, let's go. And they just run it that way. So they might finish before them. But then they have to wait again. Because you have to wait to figure out the next mechanic when they start trying, and then they'll just wait and wait and wait, and then every time the mechanic is figured out, it's usually a race to the finish at the end. Like several groups figure it out, and they're like, "All right, we gotta do this," and it's about who can do the most damage the fastest.
Wow,
it's very intense of a race, and every year since it's been for a little bit now.
It sounds very like Ready Player One, Sword Art Online, like those.
Yes, exactly like that. Yeah. But everybody's after the same goal, and no one's like fucking each other up.
Yeah, and nobody's killing each other.
Yeah, because they were niggas were scared to lose their loot in that game, though.
So before we get to our topic, let's talk about Tron. So super cool, like architecturally, it's like this big like canopy tarp thing, and it does like all these ups and downs and loops. But it like really frames Disney World really well. Like it, like one of the archway, like the way it comes down and swoops up, like it frames the castle if you're looking from after you get off the ride. And like under it, and like you can see the roller coaster. So the roller coaster comes outside, swoops around, and it goes back inside.
It's around the castle?
It's right by Space. So its entrance is right by Space Mountain. So you walk into Tomorrowland. Space Mountain is on your right side. Tron is on the left. And you walk straight back, and you cross kind of like a little bridge. So it's like in the back. But when you look and you turn to the front of the park, you can see the castle, and it's like framed in like the canopy that the roller coaster goes through. It's really nice. You can't see the castle from the coaster, like when you're riding it, but it is like a pretty visual if you're in that canopy covered area. That line is going to be ridiculous when they like get a real line and queue it and sneak it and shit.
Oh, right now you gotta, I guess, book a time.
Yeah, so like when I got to ride it, because I rode it early, I got to like, I signed up through the pass holders riding it. So first the cast members got to ride it. So Disney cast members plus like, I don't know how many guests they got, but they could bring a guest. They rode it first. So unless you knew a cast member, you didn't ride it yet. Then they had to sign up for pass holders, and I rode on the pass holder sign up on Wednesday. So that's what's been going on. I think it goes on for the rest of the month, really, because it opens April 4th. And that's when anybody will be able to ride it, but you do have to join the queue, like how we did for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, so
So
they
you
can
get a
get just a
queue.
good gauge on how many people are coming through it. I got you.
Yeah, you get it. You get in the queue, and then you get a time, and then that's when you get to ride it. I will say probably at the beginning it'll probably be hard to get a queue, but like now, Guardians of the Galaxy, like if you're in the park at 1 o'clock and you forgot to do the 7 a.m. queue, you're gonna get in the 1 o'clock queue. Before it was like almost impossible to get in the 1 o'clock queue. So the longer the ride is, the hype will die down a little bit.
Right.
I've never seen Tron, so I
I
don't know
was
what the
gonna
movie
ask if
is.
you've seen the movie.
I don't have no clue what the movie is about. I know they got little things and they do like the zoo, 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 and they got a race and they can crash, I guess. I don't know. That's all I got for that. But I will say the line is going to suck when it opens up regularly, not during the queue, because during the queue, even when riding Guardians of the Galaxy, my longest queue wait was maybe about 30 minutes. And it was during the Food and Wine Festival during the summer. So when a lot of people were at the park, but like 30-minute wait, even though most of the queue waits, you're just walking right up. But that was my longest wait. I did have a 30-minute wait for this, but that's because they had like a 2-step verification, which usually they don't do with your queue waits. So first you were like in a line kind of in Tomorrowland, and then they checked you before you got over to the Tron side. And then you went through, like, the line to go through Tron was just moving slow because everybody was taking pictures and videos, of the coaster and all that stuff and of the area. So that line was moving a little slow because of that. And then you got checked again before that. And then before you ride, there's another like hold up because they have lockers that are linked to your tickets and Magic Band. So you just go up to the locker that's like lit up blue. You tap it, and then it'll open and you can put your stuff in. And then when you get off, the locker has a door on the back side that you open again. You open the locker that's your number, and they're blue again. That tells you it's like a locker that you can open. And then you get your stuff. So the line's gonna suck though because there's no shade, none whatsoever. Like the canopy is kind of shade, but like once you get to where the entry is for like the ride line, there's no shade. They had a couple canopies up, but I went at night, so it was fine. But like that's gonna be a problem later. It's gonna suck. Getting on the ride, you ride it like a bike. So you throw your leg over, you sit down, and you're sitting forward, and there's a piece that comes up on your back and your legs, and then the chest piece that comes forward. It's flexible, which is nice. So you can lean back a little bit. Not like sit up, but you can lean back. And I suggest if you're gonna ride it, sit in, like get in all the way. But then when the ride starts, sit up so you can see stuff. Because when you're sitting forward, like they do in the movie, you can't see anything. But once you sit up, like you can look around and see stuff. So like I said, the roller coaster goes out. It has a pretty fast takeoff. You go up and around and you go outside. You can see the people. You actually get really, really close to the people on the exiting side of the coaster. And then you go inside. And I say the inside is a lot like Space Mountain in like feel and like takeoff and speed and stuff. I feel like it's actually a little slower than Space Mountain. I don't know. Go and check the speed in the miles per hour. But it did have a lot of points, and I don't know if that was just it, like them trying to get it to ride right and just figuring it out still. There's a lot of points where like you go and you like kind of slow down for a little bit, and then you speed back up, and then you go and you slow down. So it was okay. Like it's like Space Mountain with lights is my best description of it. Like some people are like, oh, that's a mean description, but I'm like, no, that's the best I got. Like you can actually like Space Mountain when you ride it, it's pitch dark, but like that one, it has a lot of things. Like I guess in the game, I'm going to guess in the movie when they ride through certain things or hit certain checkpoints, they get like points and shit. Because when you ride through when you ride through like one of the little tunnels, it would be like something point, and then it would light up. So I'm like, must be a part of the movie. Don't know, didn't see it.
Watch it. It's not a bad movie. Solid 7. 6, 7.
Yeah, so like I said, then you exit the ride, you pick up your stuff. It was fun. But other thing is, I don't know if this is going to change when it's like open to the public, but when it lets out, for now, it lets you out in the circus land, which is in the very, very back corner of the park. So like,
So you can really use it to get across the park.
You get let out on the other side of the park. So walking back was kind of a bitch, but we when we got off, it was right before it was like maybe 5 minutes before the nighttime fireworks show. So Seven Dwarfs Mine Train's line was only a 35-minute wait. We only waited 15 minutes. So we got on that.
Nice. Well, there's your review. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna rate it. If I had to rate it, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10.
There's your Disney review of Tron.
Yeah, it's fun. It's worth doing. It's worth experiencing, but it isn't my favorite coaster. Guardians of the Galaxy definitely still hold that spot. As far as
that one was fucking wicked. It was dope the whole way. So I'm gonna give you an option here.
Okay.
Do the topic, or double it and give it to the next person.
Double it and give it to the next person?
Oh, you're not on TikTok, you fucking shit. So that's the thing people have been doing. So like, I have $1. Do you want to take the dollar, double it, and give it to the next person? And then they either take it, double it, and give it to the next person. It's a joke.
Oh, I was gonna say double it and give it to the next person because a young nigga is tired.
Okay, so you're gonna have to do some edits, and when I say you should double it and give it to the next person. So I know you got cucked if you thought you were coming here and hearing what power system we'd like to have in the real world, but we will say that for another time. I honestly want to do that with a guest.
And you won't hear it for a while because we're going to be doing the March Madness bracket next time.
Fuck yeah. So
because we'll have to have time to prepare.
That being said, yeah, we have something big for this March Madness bracket, and it's going to be a little quicker. Yeah. I think last time we did 16 and 16. I only want to do like 10 and 10, and I have a bunch of honorable mentions.
Okay.
So March Madness bracket coming out next episode. I have to give Diva a bunch of episodes so she can throw them out, but by then you already have them. That being said, I'm Galaxy Greg, and make sure to follow me on my socials at Galaxy Greg, spelled GA1AXYGR3G, or Mr. Space Awaits if you like my personals. Be sure to follow the pod at Be More Nerdy, spelled BMORENERDY. We have Instagram and Twitter? Instagram and Twitter. Yep. We need to make a TikTok. That being said, be sure to follow the pod. Be on the lookout for Dummies and Dragons, and be on the lookout for our March Madness list. Well, that's not going to be a week-by-week thing. We'll probably just do one big poll day by day, so that by the time we get to the episode, you have your answer. So, let's see how that goes. Diva.
I'm your girl, Diva XOXO. You can find me on Instagram at always_the_diva. Make sure if you are watching this on YouTube,
fuck.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, to like, comment, share. It helps us in the algorithm. And if you're watching this, if you're listening to this anywhere else, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast, make sure to like us and share and comment and stuff. We want to hear from you guys. I mean, we talk a lot to each other, so it'd be nice to be like, someone said this, they hate us. Well, fuck you. I mean, it's most likely what we would say, but we could call out your name and do it. Yeah. Or someone likes us. We like you too. Come on the pod.
Right.
See?
That being said, we are the Be More Nerdy podcast. Remember to be more nerds. Wait, camera's over there. Be more nerd. Peace.